Bob Nolan here with some provocations and hopefully not irritations. If you saw part one of this capital punishment thing, you know I'm positive about capital punishment. Punishment means to mete out pain. It could feel good to see persons punished who have done evil. But I suggest that simple punishment may not automatically deter more evil. Are you aware of recidivism rates among criminals released from prison? Recidivism, in case you haven't heard it for a while, is the tendency of a convicted criminal to re-offend. The United States has a current recidivism rate, easy for me to say, within 5 years. This means that within 5 years of their release, 70% of prisoners will have reoffended, according to the Bureau of Justice statistics. And that's just the ones that are caught. The United States has the highest recidivism rate in the world, according to that same bureau. Many anti-capital punishment persons and groups deny that the death penalty is a deterrent to crime. But if a murderer is removed from the planet, that's automatic deterrence. He will surely never murder again. I understand I don't have stats on this, but I understand it's a common belief among law enforcement groups and prosecutors that if a person murders once, he'll do it again. The Constitution of ancient Israel, remember them, was the first 5 books of the Bible, the Pentateuch. That lasted about 1,500 years. Did you know that Israel's Constitution made no prescription for prisons? If you do a scan of Leviticus and Deuteronomy, well, that's fun, you'll see 3 basic aspects of Israel's penal system. 1, restitution. 2, indentured servanthood. And 3, death, capital punishment. Just to make a note that indentured servanthood, that was number 2, was not slavery where humans own other humans. The community would determine how long a convicted criminal would have to serve a family or a community. So much for that. So besides the obvious, what is capital punishment? What's it for? I think it's the primary deterrent for a society. I don't think God does anything for nothing. He does stuff with a purpose. I suggest that punishment has more of a purpose than just causing pain. I think God's purpose, when punishment needs to be meted out, is deterrence, which means a more safe society. Now, whether you like the Bible or not, remember King Solomon? He's known as one of the wisest men who ever lived. He wrote, "Because the sentence against an evil deed is not executed quickly, the hearts of men are fully given to do evil." Solomon wrote that. In other words, if there's no sentence quickly executed for a crime, there's no deterrence. We got some of that problem going on in the good old USA right now. Yes, few indictments, even fewer convictions, and even fewer sentences. And though we can be glad, I sure am, that mercy triumphs over judgment, a town, a city, a state, a nation must have judgment or it will fall apart from within. Presently, last I looked on my search engine, there are over 2,500 people on death row in the USA right now. Some of them on death row for as long as 20 years. It doesn't sound quickly, does it? Now, not that I think this will happen, but what if there was a little prayer at the beginning of every trial, especially capital trials? Here it goes. God in heaven, let justice prevail in this courtroom. Don't let an innocent person be convicted. Don't let a guilty person be acquitted. Amen. You think that God wouldn't hear and respond to that prayer? Even if the prayers weren't believers? It doesn't do me or anyone any good to see physical punishment inflicted, even on a horrible criminal. It's enough punishment and deterrence to have that person's life taken away. But the public needs to see, I said, see the death penalty imposed. Solomon more than implied that. That would certainly have positive effect for deterrence. When would-be criminals, murderers, see the results of murderous behavior on TV or in a crowd, don't tell me that would not be a deterrent to crime. Bob Nolan with provocations to think, but no pontifications. Amen. And let's you and me be law-abiding out there.